What's up, gamers? This is That PlayStation Gamer. I am coming to you guys with a brand new video. Today, we're going to talk about God of War 2018, my thoughts overall on the game. And quite frankly, it's just going to sound like I'm sucking this game off, if I'm being real here. Like, if I actually get the money, I'm getting a God of War poster back there. Because after this recent playthrough of God of War 2018, I got to say it, I have nothing but respect for this game. I have nothing but respect for the developers who put their heart and soul into this game, the performances everyone put in. Just like, I don't think there's a moment where anyone dropped the hammer when it came to anything. The gameplay is really good. Like, I wasn't a big fan of the original God of War saga, some people would call it, but this was different because I was like, I'm not really, a guy who remembers combos well. I'm not really a guy who's into those hack and slash type of games. But this was a much slower, more thought out kind of gameplay where it's very simple. There isn't like a shit ton of weapons like there was in the other God of War games where you had to, kind of switch. It was like, no, here's just axe and spoiler alert for a little bit later in the game, Blades of Chaos and shield. And I guess you would say your fist. But even then, it's like, that's four weapons, out of like, I think in one God of War game I saw like about eight. So it was definitely something they thought, like, okay, if we're not going to have as many weapons, we definitely have to think about what we're doing when it comes to other elements. And that's where kind of the RPG mechanics work really well. I was actually kind of shocked when I saw like the bonuses and how many of them I was hit. I was like, wait, you could get bonuses on this? This is kind of nice because it rewards you trying to mix and match, like using different enchantments and stuff like that. And of course, upgrading your weapons is important too, and skills, and Atreus, being, upgradable. It's just like everything about this just felt like a real God of War game to me. Like, this is like something I really enjoy. And the other thing I really enjoy is the soundtrack. Dear God, the soundtrack. I think I have listened to that theme song more times than I've listened to the Last of Us theme song. If you know anything about me, I'm a Last of Us mark. So I'll tell you right now, the theme just alone is like, wow, that's some good stuff. But it's the other stuff, like the background music, how like it will kind of just get you in the mood. It'll be like, oh wow, this is a serious moment because the music picks up on that. Just everything works when it comes to the music, the soundtrack, everything works. And of course, like I said, the voice acting slash motion capture. Dear God, Christopher Judge and Sonny have some of the best on-screen chemistry I have ever seen. And like going back and like watching the documentary Raising Kratos, just those two are just instant connection. They connect on such a level that you don't really see in motion capture action, in a lot of, productions. I would actually say their chemistry matches, Troy Baker, Ashley Johnson, where it's just like they know how to work off each other, and you could get that feeling like these two are in sync with each other, and it's perfect. But it's also the other side cast, the girl who played Freya did a phenomenal job in my opinion because she went from so I was like, okay, she's kind of cool to like, man, I kind of feel like a dick for what I do in the end of the game. No spoilers there, but yeah, but you understand her too. You understand her. Then of course you got Nolan North and Troy Baker, and I ain't gonna spoil it, but they are related to a lightning god, and that's all I'm saying. um, but then of course there's the story. This is probably the one thing I'm kind of like, I don't think I agree with everyone on it when they say like this is the best story. I think the story is pretty basic. It's basic in a good way. It's basic. It's just basic. It's just a straightforward. We're trying to spread Mother's ashes to the top of the highest peak of all the realms, and it's just like the journey just keeps getting longer because they realize, oh wait, there's more than one realm, and there's a lot of tall peaks, and of course they just have to get all this other shit, and it's just like it just it weirdly worked. It worked in a way that I was like, okay, I'm just in for the ride here. I'm really enjoying it too. While the plot is basic, the story it's telling is not basic because this is, in every sensitive word, a spiritual reboot to the franchise. It feels like that they're kind of ashamed of God of War past. And don't get me wrong, I understand why they're ashamed of it, because the idea is Kratos is a changed person now. He's like, I'm not the rage-filled monster I used to be, and he doesn't want his son to know about it because he wonders what his son will think of him. Like, I think if literally Atreus found out about Kratos' past with his wife and daughter, I think Atreus would be pissed scared of him. And that's where the story really is good, because Atreus is trying to figure out who he is. He's trying to discover what his father is. It's just like, it's a really good father-son journey, and it really made me go, wow, I really like Atreus. And I know some people didn't like the fact that Kratos has a kid now, but the more I kept playing through the game, I'm like, no, he needs to be in the game. Atreus is essential. He's essentially the heart of the story. And well, not going to spoiler territory, there are moments where you do feel like Atreus is kind of getting the wrong message, just like a kid would. A kid is not going to pick up on, the good stuff all the time. Sometimes, I'm not trying to go into spoilers here, but if you tell him he's special, he's going to start acting like a bit of a dick. And even then, I was like, many times I played through this game, I was like, man, that does kind of come out of left field, but not out of left field like where you didn't see it coming. It's just like, wow, this is a huge personality shift, and it's not him. Isn't an Atreus. And yeah, this is easily a game that maybe go from not liking God of War to really liking God of War. And yeah, I know some people say it's the Last of Us DNA, it's the Last of Us DNA, but I think really what made it, made me like this more than the previous God of War games is they humanize Kratos. They give him more emotions to work with than just rage. They give him, I know, like in some of those other games, see, he definitely, has a more emotional side, but not a lot of people play those PSP games. And I think that's kind of sad because the character does go through a bit of change in the Greek saga, but I feel like the Norse saga, because that's what I'm going to call it, the Norse saga, or duology, definitely is trying to show that Kratos is trying to tame himself. And with the way God of War Ragnarok's trailer went, it definitely shows that Kratos isn't Kratos of old. And, to each their own, I like this version of Kratos. I like, he's willing to go to hell for his son. I like the fact that we see him open up a little to other people that maybe he would have never opened up to if he never went through what he went through, and if he, went through in the Greek saga. So, yeah, I'm a huge God of War fan now. Like, I actually, like I said, want to get a poster. It's one of those games I think everyone should play. I'm really glad it's coming out to PC on January 14th. My birthday, by the way. And I hope everyone gets a chance to play, because it's definitely one of those games I say you've got to play. Just like with The Last of Us Part 2. If I had to pick which one I liked more, though, I'm gonna say Last of Us Part 2, but that's because like I said, the only little problem I have God of War, 2018, is the story's a little predictable. Although the stuff at the end really caught me off guard. I was like, oh, this is definitely implying something big's gonna happen in the future. Well, the next one's called Ragnarok, so what do you think's gonna happen? But yeah, God of War 2018 is a masterpiece in my opinion, and I highly recommend people check it out. This is my review of God of War 2018. Yeah, all I can say is I really enjoy this game. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube algorithm BS. Until next time, guys, this is That PlayStation Gamer signing out. Y'all have a good day. Make sure you have a happy New Year's, because, man, next year we're kicking overdrive of videos. I actually got one more video for 2021. And yeah, again, it's going to be talking about other beloved franchise. Peace out and have a good day.